The Centerville Canal has run dry in recent weeks, and that's causing concern for many residents who rely on it. PG&E oversees the canal and will host a meeting tonight to address those concerns. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe has been following the story in the past and also now, and she joins us live in Magalia. Margot, why is there no water in the canal right now?
Linda, a PG&E spokesperson told me that they emptied the canal for annual maintenance, but neighbors up here tell me that they didn't get any warning about it.
We were given notification last year. We were also given, as I mentioned earlier, the possibility of water deliveries. This year it was just shut down without any notification, and the residents out here really had no clue what was going on.
Kevin McDonald is one of the many residents who use the Centerville Canal as a water resource. The canal runs through the back of his property, and with fire season approaching, he's even more worried about it being dry.
Things are already starting to dry, and we want to make sure that we keep on top of irrigation. And as well, again, mentioning the folks that use it for drinking water, they're left without the ability to have water right now for their own personal needs.
I spoke with PG&E spokesperson Paul Moreno, who explained to me that the canal needs to be empty for planned maintenance. But McDonald said they didn't receive any notice of the maintenance. I asked Moreno why that is.
Was there any notice given out, anything like that?
We understand there are some people who have recently moved to the area, and we also typically send a letter to customers to advise them of that. Unfortunately, there appears to be an error in that mailing, and some or most folks did not receive any letter.
Moreno says the maintenance will last until May 18th, but McDonald is hoping that more can be done to have the water return in a timely fashion, unlike what he experienced last year.
With the fact that when they did finally turn it on, it took a couple of months to finally reach all the residents. It's not like they flipped a switch and it was here the next day. It literally took solid 6.5, almost 8 weeks.
And while many people rely on the canal, Moreno wants to remind folks that while PG&E does oversee the canal, the agency has no obligation to constantly keep water in the canal.
There are a lot of situations where people believe they have a water right to the water here, but in reality, if there's water in the canal, then authorized users can withdraw water at from one of the 6 diversion points. But there's no obligation for PG&E to provide the water. We don't charge for the water, and there's no guarantee that water deliveries will always be there. So for years, we have encouraged residents have an alternate supply of water available.
Moreno says the agency is looking to clarify its role and use when it comes to the canal, and McDonald is hoping that after tonight's meeting, more communication efforts can be made by PG&E when it comes to any maintenance or work on the canal. Reporting live in Magalia, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
All right, thank you, Margot. The meeting starts at 6 tonight at the Magalia Community Center, located off of South Park Drive.